Hello everyone, I hope this finds you well. My name is Sean, I'm a deaf musician and presenter, and the good folk at Cara Productions have gotten in touch with me and they've asked me to throw together this very short, might not be too short, video to teach you all the signs for the song, the iconic song that comes around in The Snowman. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the song line by line, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to do a sign performance of the song in its entirety, so that when you go and see the concerts, you'll be able to join in and to do the sign alongside the performance. We are going to do this sign song because sign song is very inclusive, whether you're doing this for the first time or whether you're a seasoned BSL interpreter. There's something for everyone, whether you're a brilliant singer or not much of a singer but very enthusiastic. It's just a great way for everyone to do something in the song and to feel included as well. So without further ado, we're going to go through it line by line. The first line is "we are walking in the air." Now, we're not going to sign every single word. There's something called consecutive sign in BSL, where you just have one sign which illustrates a whole sentence or sometimes a whole paragraph. So "we're walking in the air" is literally, we're going to get our two index fingers like this, and we're just going to go, "we're walking in the air." So this is the child, this is the snowman, and they're going up in the air together, just like this. Yeah. Then the next line is "we're floating in the moonlight sky." We're floating in the moonlit sky. So we're going to keep our fingers like this, we're floating, and then moonlit sky, we do the shape of a crescent moon, and then the moonlight is just shown by your fingers opening up like this. So we're floating in the moonlit, and then sky is just this. Okay, so we're walking in the air with our hands going up in the air like this. We're floating in the moonlit sky. And then the last line of this particular section is "the people far below are sleeping as we fly." So the sign for people, if you just do with your thumb and first finger, the shape of people, as if they were standing in a line, the people far below, so from the perspective of the child and the snowman, the people, if they're up in the sky, the people far below are sleeping. So our thumb and two fingers on both hands, and we just sleep like that. And you kind of need to relax your shoulders at the same time. Sleeping. And then as we fly. So as the child and the snowman, they're carrying on their journey upwards. So that whole section, we're walking in the air, we're floating in the moonlit sky, the people far below are sleeping as we fly. Then the next line is "I'm holding very tight," so we're just going to hold on. I'm holding very tight. I'm riding, so with the snowman, I'm riding in the midnight blue. You can sign blue if you want to, but you don't really need to. So I'm holding very tight. I'm riding, so the same sign as before, and then midnight, so this is the sign for middle. So a palm flat, then your middle finger, midnight. So flat fingers, all your fingers together, just bring them down there, like that, midnight blue. I'm finding I can fly so high above with you. Now, finding in this context is understanding. Finding I can fly. It's not like I can find the cup of tea that's on the table over there. I've got it. I'm realizing, I'm finding I can fly so high above with you. So this is the snowman. The snowman already knows that they can fly. And then the child realizes that they can fly with the snowman. So they're joining the snowman up in the air. So that section all together, I'm holding very tight. I'm riding in the midnight blue. I'm finding I can fly so high above with you. Good stuff. The next line is "on across the world." So we do the shape of the world, the sign for the world, on across the world, and we have the snowman and the child flying round the world like this. On across the world, The villages, so your thumb and first finger kind of connected to make a circle, and the sign for village is this, as if everything in the village is within this circle. The villages go by like dreams. So as the snowman and the child are flying, the villagers are shooting past them because they're going so fast. The villagers go by. You have to do wiggly wiggly, very important in BSL, like we do wiggly wiggly sometimes in BSL. So the villagers go by like dreams, sign for dream. So flat fingers, dreams. The rivers, so with two fingers like this on each hand, the rivers, you kind of do the shape of the river. The rivers and the hills, again, you kind of, with flat fingers again, you just do the shape of the hills like this. The rivers and the hills, the forests, so this is the sign for tree, as if it was just one tree by itself, but forest is you kind of show all of the trees, again, wiggly wiggly, very important. The forests and the streams, so the same hand shape as river, but just a bit narrower, the streams. So that whole verse, on across the world, the villages go by like dreams. The rivers and the hills, the forests and the streams. Great stuff. Next part is children gaze open mouthed, and this is kind of my favourite part, my favourite sign in the whole song. The sign for children is children, as if you're patting them on the head to say, well done guys. Children, don't worry about the adults, they don't matter. So children gaze, it's like they're looking upwards. So two fingers right next to your eyes, and we kind of look upwards like this. Children gaze like that. Open mouth, as if they're in shock. And the sign for that is you have a hand here, thumb and first finger just on your chin. I can't believe it. So children gaze, open mouth, taken by surprise. And the sign for surprise is just with kind of like a claw-like handshake, just at the bottom of your ribcage there. Surprise, surprise. So children gaze, open mouth, taken by surprise. And we just go up and down. Nobody down below believes their eyes. So the sign for nobody, your thumb and first finger on both hands, nobody, no one down below. So again, it's from the perspective of the child and the snowman. Nobody down below, so just point down below, believes their eyes. So believe is flat palm again, one finger on your head here, and then all your fingers on the other palm. Believe, believe. Try to make sure that all your fingers come outstretched when you go down to your palm there. Nobody down below believes their eyes. So in BSL, we won't sign literally their eyes, it's what they see. All right, so that whole section, children gaze, open mouthed, taken by surprise, nobody down below believes their eyes. Okay, then the next part is we're surfing in the air. So we're just going to carry on. We're surfing in the air. It's not necessarily surfing like in Hawaii on the beaches there. It's nothing to do with that. They're still cracking on. They're still flying in the air. We're surfing in the air, but we're swimming in the frozen sky. So we just do swim. We're swimming in the frozen sky. Don't know if you remember the sign for sky from before. Sky. So we're surfing in the air, so just the same sign as before. We're swimming in the frozen. So this is the sign for ice or freezer, frosty, frozen. We're swimming in the frozen sky. We're drifting over icy mountains floating by. So what we do here is we do the mountains, so the shape of the summit of the mountains, we'll do two mountains. We're drifting over icy mountains, so we do mountain, then ice, and then we're just going to go over them with the child and the snowman. So that last line once more. Mountain, mountain, ice, drifting over. we're drifting over icy mountains floating by. So let's just do that section again. We're surfing in the air, we're swimming in the frozen sky, we're drifting over icy mountains floating by. All right, we're nearly there. Keep going. Suddenly swooping low. So suddenly, we just flick our finger here like this, and we just put our other hand on top at the same time. Without doing this, this is the sign for candle, believe it or not, the flickering of the flames. So the other hand is really important here. Suddenly, swooping low. So the snowman and the child are just taking a bit of a nosedive on an ocean deep. So we do the waves of the ocean, and then we keep one hand here, and this hand is showing the surface of the ocean, the top of the ocean, and we just go deep. So with your thumb and first finger, ocean deep. So once more, on an ocean deep. Rousing up a mighty monster from his sleep. So rousing up, we do waking up, so just your thumb and first finger, waking up, a mighty monster. Now we're not going to sign monster in this context, but we know it's a whale. This is the sign for whale, if you think of like the tail coming up and out of the water and then back down. A mighty monster whale from his sleep. So the same sign as before with your thumb and two fingers, sleep. It's quite a lot in there. Let's just do that section all together. So suddenly swooping low, suddenly swooping low on an ocean deep, rousing up a mighty monster from his sleep. All right, last section now. We're walking in the air, same sound as before. We're dancing. So two fingers represents two legs of the people having a bit of a boogie. We're dancing in the midnight sky, same as before. And everyone who sees us greets us as we fly. Let's just do that a bit slowly one more time. We're walking in the air. We're dancing in the same as before, midnight sky. And everyone, so this is the sign for all, everything, everyone who sees us, again, looking up to the child and the snowman, everyone who sees us, greets us, just says hello as we fly. So we're walking in the air, we're dancing in the midnight sky, and everyone who sees us greets us as we fly. So, thank you for watching that. We're going to put it to music now, and we'll do a little performance. I hope you enjoy it. See you there.